Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, or just a football enthusiast in general, you're in for a treat today because we've got some huge news straight from the Cowboys camp. The team has just reached a massive agreement with one of their standout players, defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa. We're talking a 4-year extension worth a staggering $80 million, with $58 million guaranteed. If you're curious about the details of the contract and what this means for the Cowboys' future, stick around. But before we dive into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on all the latest NFL updates. Alright, let's break this down. The Dallas Cowboys have officially locked up Osa Odighizuwa for the next 4 years with a massive deal worth $80 million. And that includes $58 million in guarantees. For those of you who may not know, Odighizuwa is a rising star on the Cowboys defense. He's been a dominant force on the line, and this contract extension is a reflection of how important he's become to the team's defensive game plan. So, if you thought the Cowboys were going to have a quiet offseason, think again. This is a huge move, and it shows the Cowboys are making a serious commitment to their future. Now, let's take a moment to really understand who Osa Odighizuwa is and why this deal is so significant. The Cowboys picked him up in the 3rd round of the 2021 NFL Draft, and from the very start, Osa has been nothing short of impressive. Whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, stuffing the run, or being a disruptive force on the defensive line, Odighizuwa has been a key player for the Cowboys. And, at just 24 years old, he's shown he has the potential to be one of the top defensive tackles in the league. When Osa signed that extension, the joy was written all over his face. This is the moment that every player works for, the chance to secure financial security for themselves and their family. And when Osa spoke about it, you could really feel the emotions. He shared that it wasn't just about the money, but about the opportunity to continue playing for the Cowboys, a team he truly loves. Osa said, "It's awesome, you know what I mean? I love Dallas, love playing for this organization, love being a Cowboy. So the fact that I get to do it for another 4 years, and I get a very, very large pay increase to do it, it's not that I wasn't already happy doing the work, but I'm just going to have an even bigger smile on my face when I come to the building every day." It's clear that Odighizuwa has a deep love for Dallas, and that makes this new contract even more special. But let's talk about that paycheck for a second. $20 million a year. That's the kind of number that changes everything for a player. Not just for Osa, but for his entire family. And in a very touching moment, he talked about how this contract meant he could now tell his mom, "You never have to work again." Can you imagine how that feels? It's every athlete's dream to be able to provide that level of security for their family. And that's what makes this story so inspiring. It's about more than just football, it's about changing your life and the lives of the people you love most. Osa even said that's really what this has all been about, you know? So being able to do that, man, it's still kind of registering. It doesn't even feel real at this point. I'm just kind of soaking it in. You can really feel the gratitude and the weight of the moment for him. This contract extension is the culmination of years of hard work, and it's finally paying off in a big way. But while Osa's new deal is a huge headline, it's just one piece of the puzzle for the Cowboys this offseason. CEO Stephen Jones had recently hinted that the team might have a quieter offseason due to their financial constraints. But that's not quite the case, is it? The Cowboys are clearly making moves, and they're not sitting back waiting for things to happen. The signing of Osa is just the latest in a series of strategic moves by the team. Here's the thing: the Cowboys have been working hard behind the scenes to free up salary cap space. And how did they do that? By restructuring the contracts of both Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. By doing so, they managed to clear nearly $57 million in cap space. Now, that gives the Cowboys the flexibility to pursue some big-name free agents, and maybe make a splash in the market before the season kicks off. However, before they go out and spend big, the Cowboys need to focus on their own players. And the next big move for Dallas is locking up their superstar linebacker, Micah Parsons. Parsons is coming off one of the most dominant seasons we've seen from a defensive player in a while, and he's only going to get better. Currently, he's set to play out the fifth-year option of his rookie deal, but Dallas is going to do everything they can to get a long-term deal done with him. Micah Parsons is a game-changer. He's the face of the Cowboys defense and arguably one of the most exciting young players in the NFL right now. The good news is, Parsons has made it clear that he's willing to take a bit less money if it means he gets to play alongside great players who can help him win. That's the kind of mindset every team wants from their star player, and it's why it's so important for the Cowboys to get this deal done. Parsons doesn't just want to be paid, he wants to be part of a winning team, and that's exactly the kind of attitude you need to build a championship contender. And that's what the Cowboys are building right now, a team that's built to win. Locking up Osa Odighizuwa is a big part of that, but getting Micah Parsons signed to a long-term deal will be the final piece to solidifying this defense for years to come. Imagine Parsons, Odighizuwa, and the rest of this defense all playing together for the next few years. With the Cowboys making smart moves and managing their cap space well, they could be on the verge of something really special. So, what's next for the Cowboys? We know they've got their sights set on Parsons, but could they make another big move in free agency? Will they add more talent to this already stacked roster? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the Cowboys are building a team that could contend for the Super Bowl in the near future. And that's what fans are most excited about right now. With Odighizuwa locked up and Parsons potentially on the way, the Cowboys are in a great position to make a serious run in the coming seasons. Their defense is shaping up to be one of the most dominant in the NFL, and with a little bit of tweaking on offense, this team could finally get back to its Super Bowl glory. So, what do you think about the Cowboys locking up Osa Odighizuwa for the next 4 years? Do you think they can get a deal done with Micah Parsons this offseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future updates. We'll be covering all the latest Cowboys news and more. I'll catch you all in the next one.